Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Now in the last part we did a fair bit of social link stuff, and we also went on our little school trip to the TV studio, and we started out our social link stuff with, and we started out a new social link with Akechi, the new detective prince. And so in this part we're going to be pretty much finishing off. It's kind of, it's a weird one. It's so with the first section of the game with Kamoshida, pretty much once he confessed all of his sins, that was pretty much it. You had him confessing his crimes, you had the, and then you had the what's the word? The celebration of we done it, basically. And then it kind of moved on to the next section with Madarame. Here it's a bit weird because we've already had the next character, Kaneshiro. We've had him kind of set up, but we still have the mini celebration at the end to finish off the Madarame stuff to come in this part. So it's for the third section they've kind of mixed it up so that you get a bit of setting up for Kaneshiro and setting up for the third set of characters. But at the same time, we're also going to have two sections of. We're also finishing off Madarame social link, Madarame section at the same fucking time. So it's kind of a weird way to do it, and but I guess it's a little bit different. So it's not, you know, all the same shit all the time.
Hey, you're really just gonna keep eating and eating and eating those things all by yourself? Give me some.
Sorry, just ate the last one.
So yeah, Ryuji's mouthing off again, talking way too loudly about that shit, about the Phantom Thieves.
Right?
We can't let the cops scare us out of being Phantom Thieves.
So yeah, this is something that I like about Persona 5 as opposed to Persona 4 Golden, because they didn't really bring it up all that much. Like, should we keep doing this? Should we keep going? Whereas here, with Persona 5, they do actually. Are we going to get caught? Is it the right thing to continue doing this? So I kind of like that section of it. It's kind of it's interesting, at least.
My ears are always open to the troubles of my peers, you know.
You're really that hungry for a good letter of recommendation?
I don't like the tone of her voice.
Of course you are. Nobody would take on your annoying job if they weren't.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're student council president, right?
I think I agree with that on there, though, technically, because the job that she's got, fucking hell.
He honestly was a good teacher.
You won't want to do that.
Oh, but you always take the teacher's side. That's what a good council president does, right?
Then how about you? What did you do for your friend? You were much closer to her than I was.
Oh shit!
So how did
Makoto,
you
you're crossing the line here,
There
girl.
wasn't any way to help.
Be careful.
Myself, I couldn't do anything for her.
There's no need to shout.
If those Phantom Thieves are out there helping people.
Really? You've been completely
dependable
awful
than
here.
some people.
Yeah, she's.
Just make sure you
She's
show up to your
They
classes,
kind of
right?
play her off as being completely awful.
You know what I asked earlier about whether
They
we'll
play
be
her off as
okay
being
if we keep
awful
this
here,
up?
and
I take it back.
it's kind of
I'd be
hard to
ashamed
like her at
let
this
it end
point.
now.
Hell yeah. It's about time we find our next target too.
Ryuji.
Only I could.
Yeah, and that's kind of. They do a pretty good job, I think, with Makoto, setting up Makoto's character. That because obviously she's, you know, that she's been put into this impossible situation, and she's it seems as if she genuinely wants to do what's best for the students, but at the same time is having all this
But being forced by his influence is
like,
another thing entirely.
outside
Just
pressure
when we're
from the
starting to get
principal
people to
and
believe
from
in us,
other members of
too.
faculty and that kind
All
of
we gotta
thing.
do is take down another hotshot, yeah?
So I think it's kind of
Well, do
she's
you have
kind.
any
You kind of
ideas
feel
who this
sorry
next
for her, but at the
hotshot
same
would be?
time, she's a
I ain't
bit
got
of a
a thing
bitch to you. So it's kind of
irritating. By
at
the
this
way,
point
what's
anyway.
up with that
We
luggage?
kind of are
Oh,
50-50
I decided
on
to
it.
leave the school dorms. We're not only filthy, but too noisy as well. No true art would come from such a place.
What
So
are you
yeah,
gonna
we're
do
finally
then?
meeting up with
You can't go back to that shack.
Yusuke again to find out what's going on with
I
him.
was planning on staying at Takamaki-san's, Ann's house. I've even prepared a thank you gift. I
Really?
hope it's to your parents' liking.
What? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Impossible.
You're the impossible one.
Really should have asked first,
I
Yusuke.
spent everything I had on these
Yeah, he was being a bit of
delightful
a
sweets.
being a bit of an
That's
asshole
not
there.
the issue
To be
here.
fair.
Seriously though, what are we gonna do about him?
What about a manga
It's way too
cafe?
small.
Just sleeping here.
Plus, my folks had never agreed to it.
Well, seeing as Yusuke is an important
Can you tell
member
what's
of our
coming, ladies
team,
and gentlemen?
I'll lend a hand. Come stay at our place.
I love
It's
Morgana
dirty,
here.
but at
I'll
least
lend a
you'll have
hand.
somewhere to sleep.
Come stay at our place
Why
where
are
I
you
don't
the
have
one
any
calling
say
the
in
shots?
who stays there.
Don't you two live in a cafe? I've been wondering
my
about
God.
that for a while. Yonken's not too far, is it?
Nope. And the cafe's only a minute walk from the station.
How about we go there now? We can have a party to celebrate Madarame's change of
Oh,
heart.
God.
Oh, good
So,
idea.
yeah.
We can make it a welcome party.
Time for the
Yusuke,
party,
too.
and
All right, it's
Sorry.
decided.
so we're all going to be going to
Sorry to cause you trouble. By the way, I
the
prefer
boss's
sleeping on a
place. Oh
futon.
dear, there's no way this can end well.
It'll be up
Ugh,
to you to convince the
Yusuke.
chief.
Thank you so much, Morgana. I feel. Thanks for putting me in this situation, you piece of shit. All right, let's head off. Time for us to go.
What a nice smell.
This place looks so outdated. Can't say I hate it though.
People refer to that as retro.
Who are they?
Just a bit.
A girl, too?
This guy has really helped us a lot lately.
Sajiro.
I bet you're
Alright,
the ones doing all the
I'm
helping.
surprised.
No, really,
You sly
he's
dog.
been great.
Huh. Sit down. This round will be on the house. You're helping, though.
Ah, shit. I always have to fucking help.
It's delicious.
Why is it up to me all the time?
Indeed. There's great depth to its acidity.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I think I've seen LeBlanc mentioned in a magazine before.
That was a long time ago.
For real? Oh, give me a taste.
This kind of sets up Ryuji's character a little bit as well. At least compared to the rest. He's just a bit more immature than Ann and
It's so
Yusuke.
bitter. This has gotta
He's
be
got
cruel
his
and unusual punishment.
He's got his
I
soda
didn't
and
drink
they're,
coffee
you
when
know,
I was a kid either. These are your friends, yeah?
and they're kind of
Go on and take them up to your
casually
room.
drinking
No
their
need to
coffee.
stay down here.
It's
Ooh, I want to see.
it is a nice way to kind of separate his
It's
character.
only an attic.
Oh God.
Oh man. That bitter taste just won't leave my mouth.
Thank you very much for the drink.
He's still fucking moaning about it.
These stairs.
Oh, grow
Oh,
up.
and thanks for the soda.
So you're,
On Takamaki.
Anchan, huh? It's a nice name. You got a boyfriend?
Oh, Sujiro.
Never have either.
Hey, you gotta get up here. This place is freaking insane.
Sojiro, you sly dog.
Oh right. Thank you for the coffee. Sheesh. They had to leave the Mona bag down here.
Yeah, screw Mona.
Sweet girl.
I've been trying to
What do
work
you
out
think of
what
this
he means
room?
by that.
I don't know where to begin.
Whether he's just like
seems quite ordinary
I
to me.
don't know. I like to think that he's
For
thinking
real?
about it for
Oh,
for
See?
the main
Ain't this
character here.
crazy?
it's cleaner than I thought it would be.
What?
Well,
Hey,
sit wherever you'd like.
rude. I'm a clean person.
We're all over the news. Even those who previously
And
believed in
Morgana
us
keeps
have been influenced
doing
by
it.
the comments made on TV.
For God's sake. Why is Morgana the one calling the shots?
Akechi's
Fucking cat.
Keep it down. We don't want anyone hearing us.
At this rate, we're just going to worry everyone instead
Yeah.
of giving courage.
Again,
We need to
yeah,
find a
that's
way to make
something
our
that she's kind of
rightfulness known to
set up kind of
society.
nicely.
Time we think
That will
about
pay
our
off
options.
pretty
You were
soon.
planning on discussing that today, right?
You know, the fact that
Yes. First,
they
we
keep
need to
telling
search for
Ryuji
a
off for
candidate.
being a little bit
It's
too
not like
loud
we're
with
just
his
gonna stumble upon some important target, though.
Phantom
Anyone, do you?
Phantom
don't.
Thieves kind of talk.
Me neither.
He's, you know, he's getting moaned at for being a
What do you
loudmouth,
think, leader?
basically. What about Mishima's site?
Hasn't been anything good out there lately, though.
Plus, it's not like anyone ever talks about the big targets on there.
Damn it. Never gonna prove Akechi wrong at this rate.
That's a good point.
What the?
Sorry. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday.
And you spent all your money on that box of
Yusuke's
sweets?
stomach is growling.
Dude, how much did you have?
Anyway, we'll just have to sit tight until we can find another target. So,
Yeah, so that's pretty much going to
how
be...
about that welcome
The next
party?
target thing with Kaneshiro is going to be a little while. I think it's a
I think I got
few...
something. Isn't
It
that
might be another
portable
couple of
still-
parts, I think, before
Can't we make hot
we
pot
get
of
that
it?
set up. And it's kind of an interesting
That
way how it
sounds
is
great.
set up.
I've heard that
So,
eating hot pot
we'll
together
see
brings
soon
people
enough.
closer.
Anything with meat's fine by me.
I only ask that we finish it off with porridge.
Interesting. You know, it's something I never really thought of.
So, what do you say?
That I've never heard of before. Porridge with parsley, what the fuck. But
Okay, hot pot
it's
it
kind
is.
of interesting that
Come on, let's go buy
The-
ingredients.
hot pot is
I'll
a
need
thing
peanut
apparently in
nuts,
Japan.
wonton wrappers, and
I've only ever heard of it
We'll take care of the
over
shopping.
here
Could you
in
borrow a
the
pot from
UK.
downstairs while we're out? We can
They
split
do
the
have a
cost
hot pot
later.
in the UK, which is just basically like a stew with meat and vegetables,
Looks
I
like
think.
this welcome party is
Never
going
had
to
it
turn out quite
personally.
lively.
But
We should go grab that pot and set up the
yeah,
portable
kind
stove,
of
too.
weird that the different, you know, dishes have the same name from, you know, from different parts of the world. Kind of interesting. Now I get to talk to Morgana. Hi, Morgana. Yeah, so as you can tell, Akechi's going to be a bit of a big thing to deal with. Let's talk to Sujiro. Hi, Sujiro. Despite her flashy looks, I like that. Yeah, to be fair, that would be a bit of a dickhead thing to do. We're after a pot. Can we find one? I do like this music actually, and I don't think it's used that much again. Like it's a really nice little music piece of music, but I don't think it's used again. It's kind of weird that it's never used again, considering how nice it is. But hey,
And
can't
now,
win them all.
on to the hottest meet and greet segment of our show.
Meanwhile, at
After his last
the
appearance was so well received,
Nijima
we decided to bring back
residence.
this
Oh,
fine
I fucked that up
gentleman
massively.
today. It's the high school detective, Goro Akechi.
Oh look, it's Akechi again. Hi Akechi.
This tastes a bit bland. But
You
I'm
like
relieved.
they bloody
A
like
lot's
him on this
happened,
show.
But it seems your grades haven't dropped.
School's been going fine. I'm more worried about you, sis. Are you tired? You're probably lacking sodium.
Do I seem so?
But hypothetically speaking, if these phantom thieves are real, I believe they should be tried in a court of law.
I think this is
That's quite
yeah,
the
this is
statement.
probably the
Why
one
are they
from
committing
where we were
crimes?
at where we were at the show. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that it shows it here. These two are watching it.
However, they're taking the law into their own hands by judging him. It is far from justice. More importantly, you should never forcefully change a person's heart.
Is it a crime to manipulate someone's heart?
Depending on the means, yes. He's absolutely right.
Even if it makes someone admit their evil
It
deeds
can be,
and helps
I'm
make
sure.
them pay for their crimes?
Why the sudden interest?
It's nothing.
You believe that these allies of justice exist?
Oh, of course not.
You don't need to think about such unnecessary things. You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Study hard and go to a prestigious college.
Moving up in the world is difficult as a woman. Yet you can't do much if you don't have the authority. I'll use every method necessary to make it happen. All you need to do is remain focused on what must be done now for your future's sake.
Yeah, this kind of sets up a little bit of a thing for Sai as well, which pays off much later in the game, that she's kind of like
Yes. It's fine.
all business,
Oh,
you know,
that
kind
piece.
of I'm going to do this at any cost kind of attitude.
If those phantom thieves are out there helping people, I'd root for them, no questions asked.
What do I want to do?
And it kind of sets her thinking that she needs to do something here, which is that's going to pay off pretty soon as well.
Delicious, Lady Ann.
Got a while to go
I'm
yet.
sure you'll make a wonderful bride some.
Sorry. I'm gonna have to borrow the sofa.
Ah, lazy bitch. Falling asleep.
What's wrong, Yusuke?
We
I
haven't
like
finished
that
our
little
meal.
animation. It's pretty good.
What about the porridge? Or even udon?
Just leave it for next time, man.
You fat fuck.
She's asleep already?
You're too
It'd be
greedy.
weird if she wasn't tired.
You're too greedy,
sleep.
Yusuke. Although, to be fair, I suppose he hasn't eaten since yesterday, so...
Huh? Oh, we went to middle school together.
What was Lady Ann like back then?
And this,
Not so
you
different
know,
from
this
now.
is kind of a
Once
nice
we got to
little
high school,
moment where we
ended
kind
up in
of
different classes and stopped talking.
learn a bit more
She had
about
many friends.
Ryuji and
I
Ann's
mean,
kind of
she grew up
relationship, how they
overseas.
became,
Plus, there's our
how
looks.
they knew each
Popular
other.
kids hate her, the quiet
Get to
ones
learn a
stay
little bit
away.
about ourselves and Morgana
I
and
see.
Yusuke as well.
What about you two?
It's just a nice way to do it. It's kind of
This is
cool.
a great opportunity to get to know each other better. You know every detail of my past at this point.
It
It's
feels
only
kind of
fair
natural
you
to do
tell
it
me
this way as
every
well. It doesn't feel
detail
like
of yours.
forced.
So you got nothing to lose, huh?
You know,
All right.
what's the
I'll
word?
tell
Like,
ya.
forced
Just a
exposition.
normal
It does feel
story
very
about a
natural
rotten
to
kid,
do it
though.
this way.
My dad left when I was young. Ever since then, it's just been me and my mom. I was actually trying to get a track scholarship so I can make things easier for her. In the
I actually
end,
really like this music as
screwed
well.
it all up.
I keep saying that, I know, but
Turns out I'm a
fucking
pretty
hell,
bad
this
son-in-law.
soundtrack's so damn good. It definitely
Back when I
fits
was a
the kind
first
of
year, Mom got called
melancholy
out to school for
story
raising
that
my hand,
Ryuji's
Kamoshida. All
telling
the
about
teachers
himself.
kept hounding her for what I did, but she just stayed quiet through it all. I'll never forget the look she had on her face, though. On the way home, she apologized to me for being a single mom and all.
So that's what happened. They say at school that everyone is equal, but in reality,
Yeah.
that's a gross oversimplification. I
Madarame,
understand how you feel.
no, sorry, Kamoshida paid for his
Oh,
bullshit
when it
though.
comes to getting labeled, nobody's got it worse than this guy.
Is this about his past?
Damn right.
Now that I think about it, we never have heard the details.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that it goes into detail about what happened to us, because it's kind of been mentioned in little bits and troughs. Here, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's bits and bobs here.
All I have to say is that you did it on
You know,
your
it just
own,
keeps.
and it's over.
Sorry, start again. This is the first time that it's kind of been brought up
Who do
fully.
you think I am?
Before it's kind of been done in like bits and bobs, and this is the first time where we
Make
really
this
find out all the
statement to the
details
cops.
about
This
why we're in
kid
the
suddenly
situation that we are.
attacked me. Got it? If you even try to say anything else, you know what'll happen to you, right?
Oh, look at that. A powerful man using his influence on people who don't have
Shut up.
any...
Done for. You're gonna learn what happens when you cross me.
A man using his power to
Excuse me, folks. We received a
crush the
complaint
smaller
about an
people. Oh,
argument
where have
here.
we seen this
Is
before?
something the matter? Oh, it's you, sir.
So what happened?
Yep,
Explain it to the good officer.
he's well known.
That young man suddenly attacked him. He shoved this gentleman to the ground, and this man got injured.
It's as she says. Also, make
Yeah.
sure you deal with this so
It's-
my name isn't mentioned.
Yeah, I kind of feel like
You
it's a
understand what that
two-sided
means, correct?
thing here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's completely bullshit that she kind of
Understood.
completely sold us the fuck out. But at the same time, it's kind of like she didn't have a choice. He'd completely screw her over if
God damn it!
she went
got an
against him.
assault
So
on your
it's
record
kind of
just for that.
two sides of it, really.
The woman sounds quite horrible as well. She stayed quiet this whole time.
That
Like I
man's
said,
just the
it's
kind of person whose heart we should
you
steal.
can't
Who is
really.
he?
I don't
And
really.
where
You
can
can't
we
really
find
blame
him?
her. To be fair, it's kind of difficult. A really hard situation for her to be in.
Can't remember, huh? Well, it was at night, and I'm sure you were in shock after getting arrested. I understand all too well the pain of not being able to remember important details of your life.
The victim's personal information is always kept secret.
More of Morgana's story.
Identifying the man will prove difficult. Besides, the courts already made their ruling, didn't they? Even if we manage to get revenge, his past record won't go away.
I can't stand it.
Damn right.
This world is so messed up. The weak are left to fight for themselves.
I got
while
fucked over.
rotten adults get away with whatever they want.
And those in power don't do anything to help the situation.
Can't we fix this, though?
There
No,
it is.
no. We just need to
The
show
main
world
point
what
of the
true
whole
justice
game,
is.
really.
We'll make them come to their senses.
You're right, Yusuke. That's gotta be what our powers are for.
Sounds good to me. The flashier our missions are, the cooler we end up looking.
You've all taught me so much.
Fair enough.
What are you guys getting all excited about?
Oh, sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nah, not really. I've been up for a while now. Still, this weird feeling came over me while I was listening to you guys. It almost feels like I've known you all forever. Do you think it's because our backgrounds are so similar?
Well, it sure ain't because of anything.
Which is
good.
kind of the point with a lot
Similar,
of
huh?
the
I'm the only one who doesn't fit in.
main like party members that we
I don't have any past to look
find
back
out about. That they all
on.
have
No memories.
We could search
they all
the
have
whole world and we wouldn't find a bigger
something in
misfit than
common,
you.
whether it's
The
just being,
reason
you
we're
know,
going to Mementos
you
is to
know,
get your memories back, right?
you know, downtrodden
I'm sure your
and badly
past will be
treated
just
by
as troubled as ours.
you know,
No doubt.
adults and stuff like that.
We'll see about that.
I actually feel like I've known Morgana for a really long time too. It's so strange. I can't really put it into words.
Look, I'm helping you guys out for my own sake. Don't get me wrong. If you don't get stronger, investigating the Mentos won't be
I
anything but
don't
a
like
pipe
you,
dream.
really. I don't
That was a
really
quick
want to be your
turnaround.
friend.
1 second you're depressed, the next you're acting all tough.
I'm just using you for my own selfish
All
means.
joking aside, let's take this seriously. We should go as far with it as we can. I want to punish those corrupt adults and give courage to people in trouble. Only we can do that.
Ha! You can say that again.
I guess this is also another way
Being
of
a
kind
member
of
the Phantoms will surely
reaffirming
help me
that
grow, both
they
as
need
an artist and as a person.
Of course.
that they
You're
need
under
to
my
keep
tutelage after
doing
all.
this. They need
There's
to keep
nothing
going
we
with
can't
it.
accomplish.
Well, I hope we can keep this up. We should be all right with you as our leader.
Of course, I'm the main player.
Whoa, it's this late?
I'm great.
I guess now's a good time to call it for the night.
Oh, that reminds me. The owner said you're free to crash here, Yusuke.
That's very kind of him.
You convinced him, didn't you? You go, Miss Older Dude Charmer.
What kind of nickname is that?
I won't be able
That's
to
a really
sleep
bad
unless I
nickname,
take a bath.
Ryuji.
There's a
You
bathhouse
asshole.
nearby, so you can go there. I won't be able to join you, though.
Oh, that sounds great. I want to come too. How about you, Juan?
You guys go on ahead. I should get going. Well, good night, Morgana.
Damn it. I need to turn back into a human soon. I can't let her get taken by someone else.
Yeah, Morgana's getting the hots for Anne. But anyway, that's it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time when we will, I think we'll be at least ramping up the start of the Kaneshiro stuff. And we'll probably be doing a lot more social links, so join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.